fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quarterback checking the play. The give on the inside. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. What squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's...
Oh, look out! The tag! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted. Like, it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Line gets set, first down. Martinez on the carry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Keeps looking downfield. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Got his man quickly. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Power football with the run.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Breaks the tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. To the air, it's Ward. He's got his man, and he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Johnson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Restrepo. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, they weren't able to come up with a completion on that play, but let's point out a positive here. How about the pass pro up front by this offensive line? They did an outstanding job giving their quarterback time to throw.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, going up top. He's looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Ward. Trying to get behind the defense. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Showing the bravado, throwing it back to the right. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. Two very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way. So for this offense right here, this drive, start off the second half, David. They need to put something together and really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on fourth down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this second half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Ward. Floating away. Unleashes one. It's complete. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Runs through the tackle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Etienne. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Etienne. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll leave it with him.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Right back to the well. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job by the QB. Sit back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Dances away from the heat. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. Wide out in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Trying to get to it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Wants to go up top. They brought the heat and they get him on the ground. And a 4th down sack stops this drive cold.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field, you get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
They go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Hurricanes inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. They'll run it. Keeps the legs moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You've got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To the air, it's Ward. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The corners are walked up tight. They'll turn to Martinez. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal coming up. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
say play to the final whistle, this offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, and they've no doubt about it, this one's over.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Fielded in the end zone, it's Etienne. They got him in the end zone for a safety, just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.